Hey everybody, have you ever wondered what kind of equipment it takes to get astrophotos? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you what kind of equipment it takes to do just that. I'm Larry Byrge, and you're watching Byrge Astrophotography. So here we are in the garage, and this is my telescope. It's an Explorer Scientific ED-102, which means it's a 102 millimeter telescope, or 4 inches in aperture, 4-inch glass. It's ED, which means extra low dispersion, which is means that it's a higher quality glass that alleviates chromatic aberration, which are the little halos or color rainbows around stars you see in some astrophotos. I bought this telescope on the used market. I think I got it for $750, which was quite a pretty good deal on this scope. They normally run about $1,100 new. And my mount is a Sirius EQG computerized go-to mount, and it's the equivalent of a Skywatcher EQ5, which are manufactured and sold in the UK. Orion sells the Sirius mount here in the US. Same thing. You can see I've got all the necessary cables and things attached right to the leg. Try to keep my cable management as good as possible. A lot of wires and whatnot. But you can see on the front of the telescope, we've got the QHY CCD pole master. Use that for polar alignment. Got that. I think I got that on the used market for I think about $230, which was some bit of saving. Normally when you polar align, you wouldn't have the pole master on there. You would just use the polar alignment scope, which you can see here, and you would have to bend down and look through the telescope from the back to align the stars and do your polar alignment that way. But with the pole master, all you have to do is just pull up the pole master software and follow the on-screen directions that shows you just what to do to get a pretty quick and easy polar alignment. I've gotten to where I can do a polar alignment within probably about 10 to 15 minutes, or sometimes even less. So good investment there. And the camera that I use is a Canon camera. It's a Canon T2i, the DSLR camera, and which is attached to the scope with the fill flattener. And this one is the Altair 1.0 fill flattener. So it's not a, get that in clear for you. There you go. And that's not a reducer. So you're going to get your native focal length with this particular flattener. And for guiding, I have the Orion. This is an Orion 60 millimeter guide scope with the helical focuser, and the guide camera that I use is the ZWO 120 mm ASI 120 mm mini monochrome camera. A lot of times it's better to use a monochrome camera as opposed to a color camera because these are much more sensitive, monochrome cameras are, than color cameras. And here's my USB hub, which where everything is attached to. It's a 7-port USB hub. It's the StarTech 7-port USB. And over here, this is the Pegasus power box. This thing is worth its weight in gold. Everything connects to the Pegasus power box. As you can see, my DSLR camera is connected here into the DSLR out port of the power box. And then I have my dew heaters connected for my imaging scope, and my guide scope are connected into here. And then have the USB to PC out, which runs to here, which is the only cable that I have to connect up. Out of all these cables, that's the only cable that goes to the computer. And this one here, this is the sensor, which is here, and this controls the dew heaters. When the temperature or dew point reaches a certain amount, and it's set by the software, the dew heaters will automatically kick on and off. And over here is my power to my Pegasus power box that goes down here to the adapter, which is connected to the leg to a power strip, which is what powers the whole thing. And my mount is powered by the power box because it's got a 12-volt cable that runs to here. And then I also have connected here the hand controller port will go into the USB, and that replaces the hand controller because it allows me to use the EQ mod software on the laptop to control it all by software. Well, that's pretty much my setup, folks. Any questions or comments, just leave them for me in the comment section, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, clear skies.